hello. Boy, do I have a movie for you. John Carpenter directed this and written it. Screenplayed it, they say. I think screenplay is the same thing as writing it. I'm not really sure. But he was involved. Definitely he directed it and screenplayed it. And the acting is tremendous. It's called Prince of Darkness. And it's a very well put together movie. It came out in 1987. And Alice Cooper played one of the homeless people that was surrounding the church. There was many people that surrounded the church. And he also did one of the most amazing kills in the pretty much the whole movie. A lot of people talk about Alice Cooper. He was very popular. Well, he's still popular, but I think he was more popular in the 80s. More than now, I'm not sure though. But in the 80s, he was definitely popular. They threw him in this movie, and he didn't speak a word. He was just one of the homeless people, and he did the first or maybe the second kill. I better not spoil it. I don't want to spoil too much about Prince of Darkness, because Donald Pleasant, Loomis from Halloween, he's a priest in this. And they have two actors that were in Big Trouble in Little China that I heard they're going to make a sequel to. And they should have made a sequel to that a long time ago. But the reason why I'm also talking about the Prince of Darkness today is they're thinking of making a sequel to that, or a remake to that. But if you look online, it says the sequel is In the Mouth of Madness. And I'm like, I can't see that being a sequel to Prince of Darkness. But now, let's get into the movie. Obviously, it's R-rated, because it's a horror movie. But it's a very interesting one, because the priest himself, he goes to the church that he's supposed to go to and see what's going on. He knows a little bit of a cult following, and he finds out the history of this church. In a way, it's kind of like The Nun, the history of The Nun, if you've seen the Nun movies. There's a dark history of this church. So he goes there, he goes in there, and he finds out that there is a sector that the church kept secret. And he finds a passageway with all these crosses and this substance inside with circles, and it's locked. And this book that he cannot read, it's an ancient language written down 5,000, 6,000 years. So there the movie gets interesting. Then he goes to a professor, and this professor was one of the actors in Big Trouble in Little China, the old guy, right from the beginning, if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. Now, the interesting fact about how he plays this, he plays it just like Loomis does in Halloween. So that's why I really liked him playing a priest. I thought that was really great. So he gets a professor to help him, and he has students. So they're coming to translate the book. And they find out things that they don't want to find out. Now, homeless people now are surrounding the building. It's like they're possessed or something. It doesn't really get into that, but it seems it that way. Now, everyone seems to have a dream that's the same. Now, is that the ending of the movie they're giving away already? Or the ending of the future? That I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to tell you too much more. But again, there's no CGI. It's real special effects. And it's creepy. The music is creepy. It is really well put together. And it's definitely an underrated movie, I believe. It's considered a classic, I believe, but it's definitely an underrated movie, because John Carpenter did an amazing job, as he always does in directing movies. Like, if you've never seen The Thing with Kurt Russell, I highly recommend that too, because he did an amazing thing. And that also came out the same time E.T. came out. So The Thing didn't really become popular until now. And I hear they're making a sequel to The Thing. And they also want to do a remake of Prince of Darkness. You go ahead and don't use any CGI I am up for it. And I've said this many times in my videos before, and I even had someone that commented saying, bye-bye CGI. CGI kind of ruins things, a lot of things, because what they're doing now is they're taking out the imperfections of the movie. One of the most funnest things I enjoyed when I was an usher back in the day is film. I liked the feel of film. And when you're watching it, you can see the reels change with a black dot in the right corner. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the feel and the mistakes they made. Now they're changing so many things. It's a shame. But Prince of Darkness, well acted, and you're definitely going to recognize two actors that are in Big Trouble in Little China, if you've seen it. And the acting, the music, the creepiness factor, and the mystery is really fantastic. All right, check it out. I highly recommend it. It's an underrated movie. And check out my shows and other things. And bye for now, everyone.